Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another day in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Actually, let me reword that. Welcome back to one of my last days here in Kuala Lumpur. I'm gonna miss the city a lot. Sad to say that I have decided to leave after being here for about 2 months. I'll be telling you guys why I've decided to leave after 2 months, but first I'm gonna start off with all the pros before I get to the actual reason about why I'm leaving and why it's just not for me. I should have started this video somewhere a little bit more quiet, so I'm gonna walk down this road over here. So first, I'm gonna start off with the obvious. I'm gonna start off about the people. Me as a foreigner here, as a visible foreigner in Malaysia, I've had nothing but good experiences with the people of all ethnicities in Malaysia. You know, there's 3 big ethnicities here. There's Malay people, there's Chinese people, there's Indians. I haven't had a problem with any of them. They've all been so nice, so welcoming. Like, it's just been such a great time. And I think another thing that did help was that they all speak English. Like 95% of the people that I've met here, we all understand each other. They all speak English. Like, yeah, obviously not everybody speaks the same level of English, but they understand everything. Even if they can't like elaborate on what they're trying to say to you, they understand everything you're saying. Like, I'm telling you, majority of people understood me fully. So I didn't have a single problem having a conversation with anybody here. And you know what? That helps a lot, because being a foreigner, like most foreigners that come here, most likely speak English, especially if they're coming from North America or Europe or Australia or wherever, right? Another thing in regards to the people, so for a country that has a lot of tourism, I was never pushed to like buy anything. Like, you know, when you go to countries and like people are constantly like haggling you and like you feel forced to like buy something from them or from their store, I never got that energy here, and I really like that. Not pushy at all. You like it, you buy it. You don't like it, we're not gonna force you or like make you feel bad that you're not buying it. I love that about Malaysia. Like, nothing was forced. That's the worst type of feeling to have when you go somewhere, when you feel like wherever you go, doesn't matter where you go. You guys know there's a lot of countries like this, people that have traveled. It's the worst feeling. And a lot of people get pushed away from traveling to countries that like you're always like pressured to buy something, or they're always like trying to trick you or scam you. You do not get that energy here in Malaysia. Everybody is so sweet, so nice. And I'm being honest, 100% honest with you guys. Right when I'm filming, there's construction everywhere, which leads me to my next topic. Kuala Lumpur has very good infrastructure. A lot of things here are brand new. There's brand new highways everywhere. There's some highways that are like stacked on top of each other, and apparently it's cut the like time that you drive to certain places down by half, apparently. Another thing that's beautiful here is their accommodation. You could get beautiful, beautiful, beautiful condos in the heart of the city, infinity pool, fitness center, everything, 24-hour security, you name it, for like $700 to $1,000 per month. And I'm talking for like a 2 or 3 bedroom condo. You're not gonna get that in too many other places in this world, I'm telling you right now. The prices for luxury living is extremely affordable. And another note in regards to these condos, the quality is amazing. I'll tell you right now, I'm from a first world country, born and raised, and we don't have condos like this over there. Over here, it's something else. They're gorgeous. And lastly, in regards to development and like infrastructure, there are world-class shopping malls within like minutes away from each other. I think from between 10 minutes from each mall. So you have TRX, which is their brand new, like probably one of the nicest malls I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to malls all around the world. So you have TRX, you walk 10 minutes, you get to Pavilion, which is in like the heart of Bukit Bintang. And then if you go another 10 minutes, I believe, you're at Surya, which is right under the Twin Towers, the famous Twin Towers over there. What were they called? Oh, Petronas. So right under there, that's another beautiful mall with like the luxury of all luxuries. And besides these top 3 malls that are all right next to each other, there's like so many other malls around. Like there's Mega City, there's Velocity, there's Times Square, there's Lalaport. These are all just malls that I could think about off the top of my head. Like, there's so many more. If you're looking for indoor luxury beauty, you want to go for a walk when it's too hot or too sunny outside, within like 10 minutes you could be at gorgeous malls, like beautiful, luxurious, you can't beat it. They've done a great job at that. Now let's talk about affordability. So I've mentioned it a little bit prior to this when I was talking about the condos. For what you're getting here, in regards to like infrastructure, brand new condos, 24-hour security, fresh food, fresh fruit everywhere over here, things are still extremely affordable. Like when I mean affordable, I'm speaking about the people first of all. I don't want anybody to get angry at me. I'm speaking at the people that earn dollars, that earn euros, that earn pounds. This is aimed at foreigners and expats come into Malaysia when I say it's affordable. So it's extremely affordable for those earning a foreign currency that has a lot of power here. Like when I mean affordable, I made a video, I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but for $5 to $10, you could feed yourself for the day. There aren't too many places around this world where you could do that, especially for everything that they offer you here. As I mentioned, safety, infrastructure, cheap, luxurious accommodation, cheap transportation. You don't need to buy a car here in Kuala Lumpur. You just get a Grab for like $2 to $5. You could go to most places. Your most expensive Grab ride will be the one going to the airport or the one coming from the airport. Food, I can't forget about the food. Malaysian food is world famous. Personally, I've never heard about Malaysian food before because I'm from Canada. We don't really have a Malaysian population there. So when I came here, I found out how famous it is and how many foreigners are in love with the food. And honestly, when I tasted it, it was so flavorful. Like, they actually have good food. Their like most famous dish here is called nasi lemak. If you've never tried it before, even if you're not in Malaysia, if you stumble across like a Malaysian restaurant somewhere, go try it. It's actually fantastic. It's a great dish. Another thing is about the food. There's so much other food here. You have to remember, Malaysia, yes, Malaysia is a Malay country. The inhabitants here are Malay, but Malaysians are not only Malay. There are Chinese Malaysians, there are Indian Malaysians, and it's great because it's multi-ethnic. So not only they bring other languages into the culture, but there's so much more food options here for you. The Chinese food, the Indian food, especially the Indians here, I think they're mostly from southern India. So they have like this like banana leaf type of food. It's fantastic. That was my first time trying that. Chinese food here is massive because of their population here in Kuala Lumpur and because of all the tourists that also come from China and support the Malaysian economy. So food options here are vast. You want Korean food, Mont Kiara, tons of Korean restaurants there. You want Japanese food. There's construction everywhere. I told you guys. They're building like crazy in Kuala Lumpur. Anyways, Japanese food is everywhere. You want Middle Eastern food? Bukit Bintang. You could find like 150 different types of Middle Eastern food. That's how good it is here. And the Middle Eastern food, I'll tell you the truth, is amazing here. Like, it is, I will have to say it's as authentic as it gets, for real. I'm not even joking. So, if you come here, you're tired of Malaysian food, you've had too much nasi lemak, you've had too much Chinese food, there's so many different options you could have. Like, you don't have to have the same food every day. You're not locked down because even the other options, they taste really good. See, look, for example, here, you get yourself a nice beef shawarma, 16 ringgit. 16. Yeah, I'll pay with card. This is famous Iraqi bread.
Yes, bro.
How are you, my friend? I got the beef one.
Beef?
You have samoon, right? Samoon bread?
Samoon,
Yeah, please.
Beef, yeah?
Beef. Gus. Gus, right?
Yeah, Gus.
Yeah. First customer? First customer? Me? No?
Customer, yeah.
Today, first me? No? Oh.
What's the name?
Kurosh. You?
Rival.
Rebal.
Yeah.
Iraqi?
In Syria.
Syria. Ah, nice. Nice to meet you. Kifa. And right here, they heat it up for you nicely before putting it in the samoon. Yeah, for you guys that don't know, samoon is like an Iraqi bread. It's almost like a, here's what it looks like. It's got a different shape to it. It's like a coned baguette, or I don't know how to explain it, but this is how it looks. Food is extremely affordable here. It tastes fantastic. There's so many different ethnicities here. Like, it's very multicultural. So as you guys saw right now, fresh food right in front of you, different ethnicities. It doesn't matter like what kind of food you want. You could find it for an affordable price here. There's a lot of places that are also like very high end too. Personally, I've never been to them because I find like the food on the streets, in the malls, in the restaurants, they're enough for me. Like I don't need to go to like a crazy bougie place. But from what I've heard, even the international brands that are here, like the Nobus and whatnot, they're not as expensive as the ones outside of here. This tastes so good. I wish you guys were here to share this with me. Now lastly, I have to say it is a great place to make your base. What do I mean by that? If you're looking for a base to park all your stuff, you know, get a short-term rental, 6 months to a year, and travel throughout all of Asia, this is a great place to do that because, you know, you're very close to Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, China. There's multiple flights every single day to Korea, to Japan. You want to go to Australia, there's multiple flights. There's also many flights that go to the Middle East, and there's flights that even go all the way to London. So you're not somewhere that's so closed off where, you know, you're just stuck here, God forbid anything happen, or if you want to travel to other countries for like a few days and come right back to your home. It's a very good location, especially if you're looking to travel this part of the world. And this is the busiest part of KL, as you can see based on the traffic behind me and ahead of me. So you're probably saying to yourself, you know, you like it so much, you love Malaysia, you love the infrastructure, you love the people, you love the food, you've been bigging them up this whole video. Why are you leaving? What's going on? Like, what don't you like? Like, what's making you leave? And it is exactly why I'm indoors right now. Because it is too hot and you need constant air conditioning. So just to clarify, I love hot weather, but my hot weather is like 25 to 30 degrees. Malaysia's hot weather is like 35 plus. So pretty much for the last 2 months, every single day that I've been here, it's been approximately 35 degrees or higher every single day. And I know some people might not believe me, so let me pull out the weather app and show you how hot it is right now. So if you look over here, let me see if you guys could see that properly. Yeah, right here. My location, right now it's 33 degrees. Every day, look, 34, 33, 33, whatever. And then when you come down here, it feels like 38 degrees. Yeah, so it might say that it's under 35 degrees on the weather app, but what it feels like with the humidity is always much higher. Like the highest that I've seen it here was 41 degrees. It's too humid for me. Like me personally, I can't handle it. I know a lot of people that love the humidity and love this heat, but personally, it's not for me. Why? Because I love being outside. I love walking. I like walking through the city. I like walking everywhere. I like being outside. Or I like having my window open. I don't like my air conditioning on 24/7, like shooting into my face, right? For me, that's the main reason why I'm leaving, because it's just way too humid for me. Like, I always thought I loved hot weather until I came here and I realized what real hot weather is. I quickly realized that my hot weather is more like 25 to 30 degrees, but like hot weather here, so like Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, it's like 35 plus every single day almost. What's crazy is when I speak to the locals, they all tell me like this is all new. Like this kind of heat was not around like even just a few years ago. Some of them were even telling me when they were growing up in the 90s, in the mornings it was actually cold every single day in Kuala Lumpur. So I don't know what's going on, if it's global warming or if it's just these past